Hello everyone and welcome back to Prestige Reef. It is day 7 of my 30-day vlog. We hit a week. I bet none of you, including me, expected that to happen. As you can see, we are back in the coral farm, and the reason I say we is because Sam is here. You're happy you're here. That's good. That's good. That's good. I have been inside doing consultations, and then I came in and packed some coral, so Sam has pretty much been left on his own. So let's find out what he has been doing in my absence. Right, so let everyone know how you've been. In fact, you weren't here last week, were you?
No, I wasn't.
No.
I didn't come last week.
Yeah, why didn't you come last week?
My car was playing up a little bit.
Carl was playing up, yeah. I won't tell you the real reason he didn't come, but look, he's got all embarrassed.
Whoops.
Anyway.
But we made up for it today, I think.
We made up for it today. So what have you been doing today?
Lots of fragging. So the Montepora down here, the kind of pinky with the bluish tips. I'm not sure what the name is.
So that's a witch hunter, Montepora.
The witch hunter. I've done quite a few frags of that. Over on the other side, done lots of chalices today.
You can see that you're definitely a non-messy worker by all the streaks on the glass.
Well, that was actually left by you.
Oh yeah.
Because the glass hadn't actually been cleaned since I last was there.
Technically, that's true. Anyway, so what else have you been doing?
Chalices, the Monteporas, some SBS. Alveoporas as well, they got done.
So the Alveopora you did today are actually the second generation of your Alveopora. So I've had them for ages. You fragged them a few months ago, and they've grown so much that they are now able to be fragged again, aren't they?
Yeah, so when we fragged them last time, I think we got 100 frags or something like that from them. And today, just kind of half them again. So, doubled them again, which is brilliant.
There you go. So, is there anything else in particular? Oh, the other thing, we created an ungodly smell.
The worst smell in the world ever.
Now, if you've never had a box of live rock just left for a couple of weeks in a box to essentially ferment, and let's put it this way. We opened it earlier today. It was just on the floor in here. We opened it earlier today, and the smell was so bad that I genuinely was worried that not only was Sam going to be sick, but my neighbours would call the police because they thought they'd smell a dead body. It was so bad. Not that, it still smells bad now.
The worst bit is when Ryan opened it, the heat that was coming out of the box, it was awful. It was disgusting.
Anyway, we have dealt with that now. What am I going to do with live rock? I just got so much. I've got too much coral. I can't put it in here, so I just sort of left it in. It was actually in the cooler boxes that I had for aqua, and it's been left there. I took all the corals and everything off and just left the rock in, so didn't create a good smell. It's it was literally so. It was literally so bad. I genuinely, sometimes I feel sorry for my neighbours. Anyway, Sam has not seen the new fish. No. He criticised me with regards to the water box today, so I will be doing water change later on the water box, and then I will be putting chemically in the water box later, because I'm going to deal with one problem at a time. Obviously, a couple of days ago, you saw that I had dinoflagellates and cyano. So I'm going to deal with the easy thing to deal with first, which is the cyano, and then after that, I'll focus on the dinoflagellates. But Sam's not actually seen the tanks upstairs yet, so he hasn't seen that rare angelfish, or those rare angelfish. So we're going to go there now, and we'll see what he thinks. Right, so Sam's never been allowed upstairs before, because I don't trust him. No. But this is the first time he's been up here. So this is obviously the new fish system, which I showed people previously. There is a small update to show you on it, but I thought I'd ask Sam what he thinks first. I might actually have to get some food out because the male's currently hiding, although he was out earlier. What do you think?
It's quite impressive, really. Last time I saw it when Ryan snapped the plumbing off.
Oh yeah. When we were setting up this tank, I thought it would be a good idea to. Do you remember I said I had to take it apart? I decided to hit it with a hammer rather than a rubber mallet, and it snapped the pipe. So it wasn't the best idea of mine. But the funny thing is, Sam said literally just before I hit it, "Are you sure you want to do this? Because it will break the pipe." And I said, "No, it'll be fine." And then it broke it. So you're starting to get a little insight into what it's like to spend time with me. Anyway, so the fish we have here, this is the female swallowtail angel. So what is your opinion on these fish?
The females are a bit bland.
Bland?
I'll be honest.
You wait till I tell Reef Dog you said his fish was bland.
God. Well, they're a little bit bland. They are.
So this is the one that had the nip out of the fin. It is actually slowly but surely healing. It's the left fin when it's facing you, and it's not actually very prominent at all anymore.
No.
The Naso tang it's still thin, but it is still eating, which is the most important thing. It's almost time for their second feed of the day, which is why there's no nori left. Now, the biggest update with this system is actually the middle tank, and you'll see that it's actually very, very dark at the moment, and that is for a reason. So what I've done is I put a black cloth over the top, and I've also blacked it out underneath, if you can see, with cardboard. Now, I had a theory. So the golden angel currently is not eating still, and I thought to myself, well, to the fish, because it's got a glass bottom, it appears that it's just floating in the middle of the water column, which would not be a natural thing for a golden angel to do. The other thing I've done is I put some live rock in for it, and I've also shaded it out as well, because being such cryptic fish, they do not like really, really bright lights. You can see it at the back there. Now, as I said, so far it doesn't appear to have eaten, which makes me think there's possibility that it has flukes, because flukes can suppress appetite sometimes. So what I've also done is I've separated this system, so I've just literally turned that valve off, and water no longer goes down over the overflow. So this tank is now completely separate to all the other tanks that are here, and I'm using Prasipro, but only on this tank for the moment, because Prasipro sometimes can suppress appetite again, and I don't want to affect the Naso tank. Now, the male at the moment is still not coming out, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go grab some food so Sam can see him. Right, as you can see, despite it at the very beginning where he wouldn't eat anything, he can't resist food now. So he's actually still quite a nervous fish in terms of like with people in the room, but I have a feeling that he will be the boss of the tank when the time comes for him to go in the water box. I'm still a little bit nervous about how I'm going to quarantine them, but for now it's just about keeping them fat and healthy. How does it feel seeing this fish? It's probably the first time you've seen one of these fish, is it?
Yeah, it is the first time I've ever seen one. The male is stunning. The males are definitely very, very pretty fish.
But not so much the females.
The females, I don't think so. I think they look a bit like a kind of a standard swallowtail.
I like how this tank, which Sam hasn't cleaned, has streaks on it. So it kind of like proves who is the one who causes the problem with regards to the streaks. And it is, to be honest, it is definitely me. With regards to this tank, we have put some food in. You see the golden angels down there, but that's the other problem with this tank. It's always so hard to actually tell if anything's feeding. I put in there today is brine shrimp and copepods. The copper band is eating, but it is the laziest bloody copper band I have ever seen. Right now we're back downstairs, and when I say we, I mean I'm back downstairs working because I need to do the water change on this tank. So I've just turned off the Vectra L2, so that the water can drain down so I can take it out. Now Sam's having a break. I don't need a break, I'm like a machine. So
You haven't done it in the morning.
I haven't done it all morning. So so once the water's drained down, I will then drain it out. The main thing I want to do today is just get rid of all of the red stuff. As I said, I want to get rid of the cyano, as much of it as possible, and then I'll put ChemiClean in, and then hopefully that should be done. As you can see, the siphon is slowly doing its job, all the red stuff, which is ironic because that means this siphon is actually more useful than Sam at the moment, who is not doing his job.
I am. I did my job all morning. I have my break now.
Ah, you're having your break, are you? There's no breaks at Prestige Reef.
No, not in your books, there isn't.
Now, eagle-eyed viewers will notice that we aren't doing the same water change as we did previously, where the barrels are outside, and the reason for that is because it is now below freezing sometimes, and although the water itself doesn't freeze, I can't use water which is basically 3 degrees and pump it directly into the tank. So I essentially just leave this in here overnight, and it's warm enough to use. And this is what happens when you leave him to do anything. You had one job.
Yeah.
One job.
I wasn't being shot.
You weren't focusing, and the pipe just came out and pissed water all over the floor. So right now, as you can see, we are back to square one, where the sand is all white again. How long it will last, I don't know. What I do know is I'm not going to give up. Tonight I'm going to release Bono, the powder blue tang, and then I will put ChemiClean in. Now the reason I am doing it that way is because ChemiClean lowers the oxygen content of the water. Therefore, I'm not sure how much oxygen he has in that little box, and although in theory it should be the same as the rest of the tank, I don't actually know, because you can get areas in the tank of low oxygen. So in theory, maybe it's not, but either way, I don't want to take the risk. Although I was going to finish this video without Sam, because he's now back in the coral farm. He is actually, as I've said many times before, he's genuinely brilliant, and he won't see this until the video comes out. I literally love having him here because he's so much fun. So he gets mad if I finish the outro without him. So I'm going to go in there and I'll let him do the outro. Right, that's it for today, guys. It's just, why are you laughing?
Not doing in your face.
I have to start at the same point, because then if I need to edit it, I have the same face.
Yeah.
Right, that is it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching the video. Please feel free to comment below if you have any questions. In fact, don't comment below, send them to Sam instead.
Work experience Reefer on Instagram.
Oh yes, there you go.
There
Look, see? Like, he's just so fame hungry these days.
Awful.
Sign up to the Work Experience Reefer on Instagram. Have a good day, and I will see you tomorrow.
Goodbye.